And I look in this room and I see all of you and I think, wow, have we come a long way in 4 years. To the men and women of Cyber Command, and not just Cyber Command, the components, our teammates, our partners, those who power this cyber enterprise, I want to say thank you for what you've done over the last 4 years. 4 years ago, we were handed a structure and a plan. Our job was to take that structure and that plan, build it out, create a vision, operationalize this idea, and ensure that it was integrated into the broader set of activities executed by the Department of Defense. And while doing this, increase the defensibility of the Department of Defense information networks. Think about how we're going to safeguard its weapons, its systems, its platforms, its data. Think about how we're going to generate more offensive capability designed to give our policymakers and our operational commanders a greater range of options. And with all of that, 18 months ago, we say we're going to take on ISIS as our first real challenge on the offensive side. You think about what we've done there, taking them on in the battlefields of Syria and Iraq, the things we've done that we're not going to get into in the information arena. I know what you've done. The leadership of this nation knows what you have done. The leadership of this department knows what you have done. It is a reflection of this organization, the Department of Defense, and this government's belief in you that we will elevate Cyber Command to a combatant commander as General Nakasone assumes his role. That is a testament to you and everything that you have done. And I and the nation thank you for that. General Nakasone will be an inspired leader for you. He will take this even further. Because I agree with the DepSecDef. We got a great vision, I think. We got a great way forward. Now it's about how do we generate capacity on a global scale. And that will bring its own set of challenges. But I know that you are up to that challenge. To the men and women of the National Security Agency and the service cryptologic elements and the broader global SIGINT enterprise, thank you for what you do for this nation. We have had a challenging time in the past 4 years. I can remember one time sitting there talking to the leadership team at NSA as we were thinking to ourselves, so how are we going to deal with some of this? And I'm as my family knows, I love movies and I love music. And one of the things that struck me was Apollo 13. When people are saying, oh, this is terrible, we're going to lose the crew, we're going to lose the mission. And the then mission commander turns to the group and says, this will not be our worst day, this will be our best day. Because we will not define ourselves by adversity, but we will define ourselves how a group of motivated men and women come together to make a difference for this nation, our friends, and our allies. And you have done that in spades. This nation entrusts us with an amazing set of capabilities. We are given access to data of incredible sensitivity. We must continue to safeguard that, ensure the appropriate security, and to remember the trust the nation places in us. We execute our critical mission of foreign intelligence and cybersecurity at NSA within a legal framework and a set of policies that we follow to the letter. That is our strength. That is what generates the confidence of this nation that these many resources that are granted to us are being used appropriately, wisely, and in the best interests of the citizens we serve. And I am proud as I look back, as I think to myself today, I am both happy and proud. Happy because I feel, hey, I have pushed myself, and the two organizations, the two teams that I have been a part of are in a better place today than we were when we started. And I look forward to the day, years from now, General Nakasone will be standing here in front of an audience, and he too will say, I feel proud because the two organizations I leave are in a better place now than when I got there. And I look forward to seeing where that run, where that challenge is going to take all of you. I thank you for who you are and what you do, and I look forward to watching that journey. You have a great leader coming today. Serve him well, and remember what it is that we do. We serve the citizens of this nation and our friends and allies around the world. And we never, never violate that trust. And we always remember what we are about. And that doesn't matter if you're a part of Cyber Command or you're part of NSA. Lastly, let me also specifically thank Chairman Joe Dunford and Ellen for being here with us today. You know, when you serve at this level, my teammates in the Joint Chiefs of Staff, combatant commanders, you get to see a side of this sometimes where you see this from the inside and you realize, wow, how hard is this? These men and women who are willing to take on these amazing responsibilities and to just do it tirelessly. And Joe and I, in many instances, I can remember calling, talking to him, some things that hopefully, if neither of us writes the book, will ever become public. But on the other hand, I was always blessed, no matter how tough things got, no matter how, quite frankly, inaccurate some of the stuff I'm reading and seeing. I always knew that I had a chairman who had my back, who I loved talking to, because he always was honest and straight. Joe, I just want to say thanks so much for who you are and what you do every day for this nation. With that, I'm often asked, so Rogers, what are you going to do? And let me tell you, priority number one, I have got to get some sleep. As I'm laying in bed last night, literally Dana says to me, hey, so what do you think? You got less than 24 hours of responsibility left. And I said, man, we're going to run through the tape. Little did I know, 2 hours later, the phone calls. I reach out, look at it, unlisted number, and I'm going, okay, no, this is work. Talk to work. Hey, sir, we need to talk. Okay, no sweat. I'll get my clothes. I'll be down in the vault. I'll be up. So I'm thinking to myself, boy, these jobs just don't want to let go. And I'm still reminded, as the team reminded me earlier this morning, hey, remember, you still have one more congressional testimony, sir, before you leave. But it'll soon be over. But thank you all very, very much for who you are and what you do. And the one thing that unites everybody finally in this room, whether you're a U.S., you're part of the coalition team, we all have dedicated ourselves, uniformed civilian, active reserve, officer enlisted, it doesn't matter. Every one of us in this room has dedicated ourselves to the idea that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. And that is an amazing thing. Don't ever take that for granted, okay? And with that, I thank you all very, very much. Godspeed to all of you.